Tonight, the 22-year-old who enrolled as a White Bear Lake high schooler is now facing multiple charges in connection to the incident. Investigators say Kevin Lubke admitted to using a foreign birth certificate to enroll in the high school. Jennifer Hoff joins us now with what we're learning tonight.
Yeah, a lot more tonight, Julie. The couple that Lubke was staying with last fall when all of these allegations first surfaced have been adamant since then that Lubke always believed he was in fact 18 years old, according to a birth certificate his father in Liberia had given him. And that's despite new court documents saying Lubke also had a U.S. passport and a Minnesota driver's license, with a birth date proving otherwise.
New documents now showing Kelvin Lubke facing several felony charges for forgery, accused of providing a foreign birth certificate in order to prove his age. The crime dating back to last fall when White Bear Lake police received a tip Lubke was posing as a 17-year-old. Their investigation confirming he was in fact 22.
This seems like a pretty lame reason to waste government resources to.
The couple Lubke had been staying with then calling the charges tonight trivial, their identity concealed after expressing safety concerns, pointing though to a Liberian birth certificate Lubke's father had given him after being adopted from there.
And so he thought, well, I'm really only 18, so I can still get my high school diploma. And so he went and enrolled in school to do that.
Police say Lubke admitted to also having a birth certificate from the United States, along with other documentation proving he's actually 4 years older. What's more, Lubke was facing charges for showing lewd photos of himself to a 15-year-old 3 years ago. The case closed after reaching a deal, but records now show Lubke is accused of violating his probation. The case now reopened, and he could face even more penalties.
After this made national news for a few weeks, I figured that they would have to come up with something.
So Lubke is now due in court for that indecent exposure charge in about 2 weeks. Police also say that that couple didn't know that he had enrolled at White Bear, registering as an unaccompanied minor. And under federal law, schools are in fact required to enroll kids who present themselves as homeless. So overall, just a pretty wild story. And frankly, I still have a few more questions.
That's what I was going to say. Every time we learn more, it brings up a bunch more questions.
Yeah, I did reach out to police tonight, and they said we'll let the criminal complaint speak for itself. So,
all right. Thank you, Jennifer. Yep.